Hey everyone, thanks for checking out my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to make for you a chocolate oatmeal cake. It can be just a simple variation for you guys if you're sick of your plain oatmeal, if you eat oats a lot like myself, or if you're someone that has a sweet tooth and you want some type of dessert but you don't want to do an all-out cheat. This can be an easy way to have a clean dessert. So today I'm going to show you how to make that. The ingredients are pretty staple and simple to have laying around. You're going to want some type of oats. Today I'm going to use the quick oats, but you can use old-fashioned oats or whatever you have laying around. We're going to use some Hershey's Unsweetened Cocoa. You could use the dark cocoa if you want. Today we're just going to use the regular chocolate. You're going to want some type of sweetener. I like to use the Stevia, but whatever you prefer, if it's Splenda, if it's Stevia, any type will work. And then if you want, this is optional depending on your diet and what you're doing right now. We're also going to add in some unsweetened carob chips as well. In addition, you're going to want some type of butter. For this, I'm going to use the I Can't Believe It's Not Butter spray butter. And these are going to be all your ingredients for our chocolate cake bake. Okay, so what you're going to want to do is start out by pouring your oats in a decent sized bowl. I'm doing this for my husband tonight, so his portion is going to be a little bit more than what females should use. I'm doing a cup of oats for him. Ladies, you may want to cut that in half and just use a half cup of oats. So you're going to start out with your oats, and what you want to do is add some water to it just till it's wet. So you just want to add the water in and make sure it's kind of wet. So you want to do this a little bit slow just to make sure you don't overdo it either. Next thing you're going to want to do is add in your butter. So I'm going to add in a tablespoon of the I Can't Believe It's Not Butter. It's easier to just pour it out of here. Okay, and just pour that right in there. Mix that up. Okay, and the next thing we're going to do is add in our cocoa. Add in a heaping tablespoon of the Hershey's Unsweetened Cocoa. And mix that around. And we're also going to add in 2 heaping tablespoons of the Stevia in the raw. So your product's going to be really dry right now. So what we're going to do after we add in the Stevia is add in a little bit more water to moisten it up. So just a little over 2 tablespoons. Again, it's not an exact science, and depending on how you like things to taste, if you like things a little bit sweeter, you may want to add a little bit more. So you can see this is really dry right now, so we're going to add in a little bit more water to it. And just mix that around again until it gets a little moister. And just add it slowly. Again, you don't want it to be soupy, but you also don't want it to be too dry, because you are going to bake it, so you need to have some liquid in there. That's about the consistency that my husband likes it, so a little bit moist. And then what we're going to do too is add in some of the unsweetened carob chips. Just a little handful of them, not even going to use probably a tablespoon, probably just like around 10 or so, just to kind of add a nice little treat when you go to eat into it. So we're going to mix those in there. And you're going to want to have a dish to put this into that you can bake in the oven. I've got this dish here that we can throw in the oven. It's a little ramekin, so depending on your portion size, they make lots of different sizes of ramekins you can use to bake your oats in the oven. So you're just going to pour that right in there. Make sure we get all that good stuff in there. Kind of level that off. There's your oatmeal. And what we're gonna do to the top, just to add a nice little sweetness to it, I'm just gonna sprinkle a little bit more of the stevia on top. That way you get that nice sweet taste right when you bite into it. And then again too, we're just gonna add a few more of the carob chips. Like I said, it's optional. If you're really watching your calories, this isn't something that's necessary. It's just kind of a nice little treat if you are substituting this instead of having a dessert. Also just gonna kind of smush that down in there. Make sure it's gonna cook nice and evenly. So there's your product before it goes into the oven. I preset the oven at 450 degrees. And what we're gonna wanna do is throw this in the oven for about 12 to 14 minutes, depending on how moist you like it. So we'll throw this in the oven right now and we'll see the finished product. Why'd that sizzle? It's wet. Here we've got your finished product of your chocolate cake bake. If you want to take a look at that, it should be pretty moist on the inside, and it's ready to go ahead and eat, just like a little chocolate cake. There's a lot of other variations to this recipe too. If you have Greek yogurt, some plain Greek yogurt, you can add that in too. Kind of moistens it up a little bit, but the Greek yogurt can take away from some of the sweetness, so you may need to add some stevia if you're going to use it that way too. So there you have it. There's your chocolate cake bake, a guiltless free way to have a tasty oatmeal. So keep watching my YouTube site. I'm going to have other healthy recipes, other tips, and hopefully some motivational stuff for those of you out there looking for some motivation with exercise and dieting.